Hello everybody, this is Sally and I am about 4 years and 1 week post the day I went into this hospital and had gastric bypass. I have not had any contact with my surgeon's office in Washington, D.C. because Kaiser Permanente cut the ties with them about 6 months after I had surgery. So I really didn't have any follow-up after that except at Kaiser. And they've been really good. Recently they contacted me and sent a letter and said, we're just trying to follow up with our old clients to make sure everybody's okay. And this started a little dialogue. I've left messages for them and they can't seem to get me on the phone. I don't know what's going on with that. But they've sent me several letters. And today I got the letter I was hoping to get, which was answering the questions I had about regain or rebound, or whatever you want to call it. And I thought I would read to you the things that she wrote back to me. This is very helpful. They also sent me an updated list of all the blood work I should have done every year, which is very helpful when I go around here and try to get someone to agree to pay for it or get it done. I just thought I'd read this to you. It was very encouraging, and there were a couple things I didn't realize you might be interested in knowing. You stated in your... Yes, I'm making a video. Recent message questions mainly about weight regain after surgery and why this occurs. In all honesty, we are still in the infancy stages of understanding why regain occurs. I will tell you, this is a bariatric center of excellence, so if they don't know, who knows? But often what happens is a patient learns to adapt to new anatomy over time. Very rarely are there anatomical changes that occur to allow for weight regain. Often what happens is someone either never truly makes better eating habits and frequent exercise and ongoing lifestyle habit, or they do, but they slowly begin to take in more calories than needed. Now this is what something's very interesting, more calories than needed. Didn't you just sort of assume that as you went on, maybe you took in more calories and maybe you did need more calories? I don't know why I thought that. I didn't think about it. Eating becomes easier over time as the stomach pouch empties of food and liquids easier than it did immediately after surgery. So the amount of restriction may lessen over time. Okay, there you go. Pouch isn't stretched. It is a matter of that the food leaves the stoma, or whatever your car pouch, or whatever they call it, easier over time as time moves on. Okay, and that doesn't even begin to touch on when you drink, when you eat, and whatever. However, just because someone can tolerate more at a time, it does not mean they need to eat more. Our lifelong nutritional goals for patients are 1,200 calories a day for women, 1,400 calories for men or very active females, 60 to 80 grams of protein daily, and at least 48 ounces of non-caloric beverages, which you guys already know. And now, I do not eat all that protein every day. I do not drink any of that water every day. I count some of the water I take in as foods that are heavy with water density or whatever, fruits and vegetables and things like that. Okay. Taking in, so this is the thing. Did you know you were only supposed to have 1,200 calories a day forever and ever and ever and ever? Some of you might. And that's probably where I've been pushing up on the top of that. They said even as little as 100 extra calories a day will lead to a 10-pound weight gain in the course of a year. How easy is it to add another 100 calories of food into your diet once you're 15 months and beyond, 24 months, 36 months, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? How easy it is to add another 100 calories a day. Yeah. It is not unusual for a patient to reach an all-time low weight 12 to 15 months after surgery and then gain 5 to 15 pounds from their lowest point before their weight stabilizes. Before their weight stabilizes, they will have a regain of 5 to 15 pounds. And look, we all rush and have our plastic surgery like I did before I had my regain. But which you're really not supposed to do, but you just think it's not really going to happen. And if I'd been really patient, I guess I could have waited till year 4 and then had my plastics. Okay. Now here's what she said. This is the other part. This makes me feel a little better. We anticipate that patients will lose at least 50% of their excess body weight within 12 to 15 months of surgery. The excess body weight is calculated by subtracting the current body weight or preoperative body weight from the ideal body weight for that person's gender and height. And I also say age because there are some charts that will show age. And that's really the better way to do it. And they just say this chart's available online somewhere. They didn't give me the chart. It says that is normative. That's what they're expecting, and that's what they will call a success. They anticipate a 50% loss. At best, patients can lose 70% of their excess body weight after surgery. A very small number of patients will lose more than 70% of their excess body weight. In your case, because I told them what I had done, what I had lost, or what I had regained. In your case, you lost more than 100% of your excess body weight, which is excellent but rare. Even having gained some weight back, your BMI is still within normal limits. Here's another thing I never heard before, and this might make people feel a little better. Our goal for patients is to reach a BMI below 29, which is not a normal BMI. Having a BMI of less than 29 negates any weight-related changes in early mortality or early death. In other words, they're not worried about you hitting that number that makes you go into the normal zone. They want you to hit the BMI number that takes away any early mortality issues that would, that if you get to a 29, then you'll have fewer possibility of lesser possibility of mortality and a much longer, healthier life. So it's not about the perfect BMI. It's not about losing 100% of your excess body weight. It's about giving it all you've got, and with all good intentions, you can hit maybe a BMI of 29. That's their best hope stuff. Okay, let's face it. Everybody's not going to get there. And she just says, tells me I should get my lab works done and stuff like that. And they send me a bunch of stuff on vitamins again, which is nice because I don't know where all that paperwork is now that we've moved. So I just thought I would share that with you for those who are interested. It makes me feel a lot better knowing that I had lost an excess of 100% of my excess body weight. And that means to have gained let's face it, if I really am honest, and my lowest moment was 128, and I would say more like 131 to 133, and I'm now about 142, I have basically been able to come back down a little bit, and I'm 10 pounds above my lowest body weight, but not necessarily the best body weight I should have been in the first place. So I am laying down the whole thing about regain, because if we shoot way below and we come up a little bit, that's probably where our bodies want to be. And from that regain, that's when they said your normal body weight balance will stay. Janie talks about it. I can't remember what she calls it. There's something, your normal body zone or whatever, where your body wants to stay comfortably without going haywire on you. So as long as I eat the way I generally eat and exercise moderately and live a calm and healthy life with not excess alcohol, calories driving my weight back up, or bread or whatever, I do not have to live in fear of going back to where I came from, where I started. So basically, yeah, here it is. One more time. It is not unusual for a patient to reach an all-time low weight 12 to 15 months after surgery and then gain 5 to 15 pounds from their lowest point before their weight stabilizes, period. So what should I add beyond that? Before their weight stabilizes for the rest of their natural life, as long as they live as pretty much on the same playing field. Go as far as you can. Try to monitor your calorie intake. Don't worry about the rebound. It's very unusual for people not to have some rebound once you've reached your lowest possible weight, which is why give it all you can while it's working for you, because after 15 months it'll stop working quite as well for you, and you have to be more careful about what you eat. Make good choices, change your life, change what you choose to eat. Try to reinvent yourself in the best possible way. And I'm not going to carry any shame about my 10 pounds to 15 pounds of regain. It's all good. That's it. I just thought I would share this letter from the GW Medical Faculty Associates at the George Washington University Hospital. Thank you. Bye.